I welcome you all in this video where you will learn about how the monetary policy measures are used to control inflation. After watching this video, you will be able to explain the term inflation and explain the use of monetary policy measures to control inflation. Inflation means generally an unduly high and persistent rise in the general level of prices over a period of time. We can say it is the sustained rise in the prices of goods and services. An inflation rate is the percentage rate of increase of the level of prices during a particular period. Increases in the prices of a single commodity is not inflation, whereas if prices of all goods and services in general increases, we can call it inflation. When the general price level rises, each unit of currency buys fewer goods and services. Thus, inflation results in loss of value of money. As inflation rises, every rupee you own buys a smaller percentage of a good or a service. Inflation beyond a moderate rate is bad and often prove disastrous for an economy. Therefore, it must be kept under control. The various policy measures generally adopted for controlling inflation in an economy are fiscal policy measures, monetary policy measures, and price and wage control measures. Monetary policy is the process by which the monetary authority of a country controls the supply of money, often targeting an inflation rate or interest rate to ensure price stability and general trust in the currency. In our country, Reserve Bank of India is the monetary authority which decides the monetary policy for controlling inflation and ensuring the price stability and general trust in the currency. Further goals of our monetary policy are to contribute to economic growth and stability, to lower unemployment, and to maintain predictable exchange rates with other currencies. There are different measures which are used by the RBI in its monetary policy, and it includes cash reserve ratio, statutory liquidity ratio, liquidity adjustment facility, term repos, marginal standing facility, open market operations, bank rate, and moral suasion. The first measure which can be used to control inflation is CRR or cash reserve ratio. It is the share of net demand and time liabilities that the banks must maintain as cash balance with the Reserve Bank. Different individuals and corporates deposit money in bank in the form of demand liabilities, which include current account and savings account, and in the form of time liabilities, which will include fixed deposits and recurring deposits. So when we combine both the demand and time liabilities or deposits of the bank, certain percentage of that is to be maintained as a cash balance with the Reserve Bank of India, and that percentage is known as cash reserve ratio. Suppose a customer deposits rupees 1000 in a bank. If cash reserve ratio is 3%, bank must maintain 3% of this deposit as cash balance with the RBI, which is rupees 30. The balance available with the bank would be now rupees 970, which can be further utilized for giving loan to an individual or a corporate. This loan increases the money supply in the market and people buy goods and services, and thus the demand of goods and services increases in an economy. To control inflation, RBI may increase the CRR. Say it will be now 6%. Now rupees 60 shall be kept with RBI as a cash reserve. The balance available with the bank would now be rupees 940, which can be utilized for giving loans to an individual or a corporate. If you compare it with the previous situation when CRR was 3%, now less money is available with banks to give it in a form of loans. Public will get less money As a result, less would be the purchasing power, demand of the goods and services will come down, and as a result, prices of goods and services in an economy will come down, thus controlling inflation. The next component of the reserve ratio is statutory liquidity ratio, SLR. It is the share of net demand and time liabilities that banks must maintain in safe and liquid assets such as government securities, cash, and gold with themselves. Changes in SLR often influence the availability of resources in the banking system for lending to the private sector. For example, if a customer deposits rupees 1000 in a bank and if statutory liquidity ratio is 18%, then bank must maintain 18% of this deposit, which is rupees 1000, in safe and liquid assets such as government securities, cash, and gold with themselves. This amount comes out to be rupees 180. The balance available with the bank would be rupees 820 now, which can be utilized for giving loan to an individual or a corporate. For controlling inflation, RBI may increase the SLR to say 20%. Now, banks have to maintain rupees 200 in the form of safe and liquid assets such as government securities, cash, and gold with themselves. The balance available with the bank would now be rupees 800, which can be utilized for giving loans to an individual or a corporate. If you compare it with the previous situation when SLR was 18%, now less money is available with the banks to give it in a form of loans. Public will get less money. As a result, less would be the purchasing power. Demand of the goods and services will come down. As a result, prices of goods and services in an economy will come down, thus controlling inflation. If we take both the reserve ratios together, where CRR is 6% and SLR is 20%, rupees 260 has to be now kept with RBI and in liquid assets within the bank, and the balance would be rupees 740, which can be utilized for giving loans to an individual or a corporate. RBI may increase these reserve ratios to control inflation in an economy. The third instrument of monetary policy is Liquidity Adjustment Facility, which is also known as LAF. Liquidity Adjustment Facility consists of overnight and term repo and reverse repo auctions. Now let us try to understand what these repo and reverse repo are. Repo is the rate at which RBI lends money to the commercial banks by purchasing some securities. Banks may take a loan from RBI and can utilize it for further giving it to the individuals and corporates in the form of loans. If the repo rate is say 4%, banks will take money from RBI at 4% and further gives it to the public at a higher rate. For controlling inflation, RBI may increase the repo rate to say 5%. Now it will be expensive for banks to take money from RBI. Banks will take less money from RBI or increases their lending rates for the general public. As a result, less money will be given in the form of loans to the general public, thus reducing their purchasing power. As a result, demand of goods and services will come down, prices of goods and services in an economy will come down, thus inflation would be controlled in an economy. On the other hand, reverse repo is the rate at which commercial banks lends money to the RBI. Banks also lends money to the RBI as an investment option as there is absence of default risk. To control inflation, RBI may increase the reverse repo rate. As a result, banks will deposit more money in RBI and will lend less money to the general public. This will reduce the purchasing power of the general public. Demand of the goods and services will come down. As a result, prices of goods and services in an economy will come down. Thus, inflation would be controlled in an economy. The next instrument is term repos. Since October 2013, the Reserve Bank has introduced term repos of different tenures such as 7, 14, and 28 days to inject liquidity over a period that is longer than overnight. The aim of term repo is to help develop interbank money market, which in turn can set market-based benchmarks for pricing of loans and deposits, and through that improve transmission of monetary policy. The next instrument of monetary policy is Marginal Standing Facility or MSF. It is a scheme announced by the Reserve Bank of India in its monetary policy 2011 and 12. It refers to the panel rate or penalty rate at which banks can borrow money from the central bank over and above what is available to them through the liquidity adjustment facility window through their repo rate. MSF, being a panel rate, is always fixed above the repo rate. The MSF would be the last resort for the banks once they exhaust all borrowing options, including the liquidity adjustment facility, by pledging through government securities, which has lower rate of interest in comparison with the MSF. For example, in July 2020, the repo rate was 4%, whereas MSF, being the panel rate, was fixed at 4.25%, which is higher as compared to the repo rate. Now, to control inflation, this MSF rate would be increased by RBI so that it will be expensive for the banks to take money from the RBI. Less money they will take, less money will be given to the general public in the form of loans. As a result, purchasing power of the general public will come down, demand of the goods and services will come down. As a result, prices of goods and services will come down, and thus inflation will be controlled. The another instrument of monetary policy is open market operations. These include both outright purchase or sale of government securities for injection and absorption of liquidity. In case of inflation, the Central Bank of India, which is RBI, sell government securities in the open market, where banks and financial institutions will buy these government securities. As a result, money available with the banks will move to the Reserve Bank of India. Less money will be available with the banks for lending purpose for the general public. Less will be the money supply in the market. Interest rate will go high. People will take less loan. As a result, purchasing power will come down. Demand of goods and services will come down. Prices of the goods and services will come down, thus controlling inflation. Bank rate is the rate at which the Reserve Bank is ready to buy or rediscount bills of exchange or other commercial papers. This rate has been aligned to the MSF rate and therefore changes automatically as and when the MSF rate changes alongside policy repo rate changes. No collateral is involved while charging bank rate, but securities, bonds, agreements, and other collateral is involved when repo rate is charged. That is the major difference between bank rate and repo rate. Moral suasion is a qualitative measure which can be used by RBI to control inflation. Moral suasion is an advice, oral or written, by the central bank to the commercial banks to expand or restrict credit. Moral suasion is a step taken by the central bank for convincing and advising the commercial banks to adhere to the policies and act in the desired manner through general interactions. For this, public statements are issued, inspections and visits are done by RBI to the commercial banks, meetings are held, and letters or guidelines are issued for restricting credit in case of inflationary situation in the market. So to control inflation, RBI can take the help of public statements, these inspections and visits, meetings, letters and guidelines to restrict the credit in an economy. In case monetary and fiscal measures prove ineffective in controlling the inflation, direct control measures are adopted to control inflation. These direct measures consist mainly of price and wage controls. In price control method, a maximum retail price of goods and services is fixed. It may be applicable to all goods and services, or it may be partial, confined to only scarce and essential goods and services. The primary objective is to prevent the price rise of scarce goods and to ration the use of the commodity. But there are certain problems in price control method. The first one is black marketing of goods and services. And the second is unfair distribution of scarce goods and services, especially where administrative machinery is corrupt and inefficient. Wage control measure is used where inflation is of cost push or of wage push nature. Under this method, rise in wage rate is prevented directly by imposing a ceiling on the wage incomes in both private and public sector. This method does not work for long, especially when prices continue to rise in an economy. Let us check what we have learned in this video with the help of some multiple choice questions. Which of the following is not a measure of monetary policy to control inflation? A. Repo and reverse repo rate. B. Moral suasion. C. Decrease in government spending. D. Open market operations. And the right answer is C. Decrease in government spending. The share of net demand and time liabilities that banks must maintain in safe and liquid assets is known as A. Cash reserve ratio. B. Statutory liquidity ratio. C. Repo rate. D. Bank rate. And the right answer is B. Statutory liquidity ratio. Blank is the rate at which commercial banks lends money to the RBI. A. Repo rate. B. Reverse repo rate. C. Bank rate. D. Marginal standing facility. And the right answer is B. Reverse repo rate. Which of the following is the penal rate at which banks can borrow money from the central bank over and above what is available to them through the liquidity adjustment facility window? A. Repo rate. B. Reverse repo rate. C. Bank rate. D. Marginal standing facility. And the right answer is D. Marginal standing facility. Thank you for watching this video.